Guys, welcome back from Anfield. I did the player ratings and hope you guys are really enjoying them, and I really love your response in there onto the United Matters channel. Good evening, guys. It has been really a while since I last came in through here because I was doing the Champions League draw onto the Vocalizes Media Football. So if at all you want to see me talk about other teams, join me on the Vocalizes Media Football and you obviously get me there. And to really brief you a little bit about that, Arsenal has been drawn against FC Porto. Copenhagen, that was in our group, has gone ahead to be drawn against Manchester City. Then Napoli, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Lazio, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, RB Leipzig. Then we are having a little bit of PSG and Rio Sociedad. So those are some of the fixtures and how the draws really went down at the stadium where Man United went ahead to obviously, in the competition where Man United went ahead to find itself being knocked out. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And you know what we want to be like. We want to hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And guys, continue to subscribe. Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this beautiful YouTube channel of ours. Now let's go straight into what Erik ten Hag had to say about Kobbie, Mainoo, Varane, and so on and so forth, because these are things that we need to obviously come out and obviously have a say about, you know, because it has been really a very, very, very hard game for Man United, but the players were relentless. They put their bodies on the line, and it was really one of those moments that you'll always want to see to it that your side really gets where you want it to be. And for Man United as a side, I was really elated. And the same applies to the manager, that is Erik ten Hag. He was really elated. And let's go exactly to what he said about Kobbie, Mainoo, one of the players that did went ahead to put up a very fantastic display. Ten Hag said he has calm and composure. His greatest quality is his analysis of the game, but he's good physically. When you are good enough, you are old enough. He proved that, and when he gets used to those games, we will even get more joy from it. With his scanning and speed of action, he can get switches in. He is a player who can really hurt opponents. Now, for me, before I even go ahead and obviously analyze what Ten Hag is going to have to say about Kobbie, Mainoo, for me, him starting in this game was like a cup that he can play in any game. That is it. Now, I don't want to hear anyone telling me that Kobbie, Mainoo cannot play in any game, like Scott McTominay should really start ahead of him. If at all Eriksen and Casemiro are back, Kobbie, Mainoo should start ahead of Scott McTominay. That is it. That is it. And I think this guy showed us what he's made of in that game of Liverpool. And if at all you're a United fan and you've not gonna hate to really acknowledge this guy, he's really levels. His levels, and you'll all have to understand that he's really one of those players that will obviously get you going. But Ten Hag is gonna hate to talk about his calm and composure. He's really great. And trust me, by the end of this season, he might be the best midfielder at Man United, because he literally plays in every central midfield position. He can play as a CDM, he can play as a number 8 in a double pivot like he did against Liverpool with Amrabat, and he can play as a central attacking midfielder, and his qualities when he surges in the final third of the pitch are really immense. And with his performances, he might find himself really played in the Euros. That is it. I say this and people are really saying that I'm just really blowing him out of proportion. I'm inflating the guys. The problem we're going to hate to have at Man United for a very long time is lacking managers that can really improve players. For example, we've gone ahead to lose out on talents. You know, remember this left-footed guy that David Moyes brought onto the field of play, Januzaj. Do you remember Januzaj? Do you remember Januzaj? Right? Do you remember Januzaj? You know, he really came in through and really had a very fantastic breakthrough season, but he went ahead to implode, you know. And you remember players like Angel Gomez. Do you know how many teams are really scouting him? And Fabrizio Romano went ahead to obviously put out a post that Angel Gomez, who is, I think, is playing for Lille in France, he's really one of those players that very many teams are really interested in, but he was really a very excellent player, and I wish he was here when Erik ten Hag was present. Remember players like, look at Mason Greenwood, you know, even Marcus Rashford. I think they've gone ahead to lack what we call development. You know, ever since Louis van Gaal left, I think those players never really got managers to develop them, because Mourinho is not a developer, you know, he's not a coach, you know, he's a manager who deals with only finished articles. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for him, he was really naive on the job, and he couldn't have anyone to obviously improve these players. And for the very first time, players like Marcus Rashford, Anton Martial, in a space of close to how many years? 2016, 2023, or 2022, those are 6 years. That's when they get a manager of improving them, meaning that they've gone ahead to really lose 6 months of their 6 years of their development. And just imagine if at all they went ahead to obviously get developed by a manager by then when they're still young. So this is the advantage. I really tell you that it's a competitive advantage that Kobbie Mainoo is getting ahead of all other people, right? Because it's very important to note that Kobbie Mainoo is under a very good manager. If the manager is going to hit to come in through and really improve, players like Aaron Wan-Bissaka have going to hit to hit their prime. Look at Diego Dallo, you know. Look at Harry Maguire, whom we saw that he was shit, but he has gone ahead to put his body on the line and is obviously performing very well. Look at players like Scott McTominay slightly improving. Marcus Rashford, you know. So this guy, Kobbie Mainoo, is really blessed. And you have to stand in the way of luck to obviously be perpendicular with the luck. But if you don't stand in the way of luck, you're going to be parallel with the luck. But for him, it looks like it's born. He was born to obviously become one of the biggest. And let me warn the English fans there. I'm telling you this. Next year, you might see Kobbie Mainoo, Declan Rice, and Jude Bellingham as the ideal midfield three of the English national team. Trust me. Trust me. Because Ten Hag is going to have to talk about his scanning, speed of action, the way he gets switches to the blind side of the game, you know, and he knows exactly what to do to hurt opponents. And can I ask you, did you see him put a foot wrong? Did you see him put a foot wrong? And this is what you get from Kobbie Mainoo when you play him alongside Amrabat, an experienced player behind him, because he'll obviously give him license to do whatever he wants. He'll tell him, please, young boy, do whatever you want. You are really having safety. Safety is guaranteed, you know, behind you. And that's why he plays like that. And if he's playing with Scott McTominay in that double pivot, he cannot really act like he was today, like he was yesterday, because he won't have someone guaranteeing him security if at all he loses the ball. So I think that's very important for this young man. And I think the sky is not even the limit, because there are footsteps on the moon for him. And we just have to look out and really understand that he's obviously going to get better and better and better. So for me, in the game of West Ham, I bench Scott McTominay. I get in Amrabat, I get in Kobbie Mainoo, and Bruno Fernandes ahead of them. That is it. I don't know what Erik ten Hag is going to do, but having gone ahead to give Scott McTominay the captaincy armband, I don't really know whether he can do that. But even Scott McTominay has gone ahead to talk about the captaincy that he was given as we came out to play against Liverpool. So let's go to Erik ten Hag and what he talked about, the combination of Raphael Varane and Evans. He said, absolutely, but we know what he's capable of. He's talking about Raphael Varane. He had many such performances. He did very well in the partnership with John Evans. Both lead from the back. I can mention all players because it was really a team, very disciplined. And to me, that central defense partnership, it should be given more games until Lisandro Martinez comes back. That is it, because they really looked good. And age is not going to matter in this, because they are going to be playing one game per week. One game per week. So all we have to do is simple. If they defended like that away at Anfield, when we attacked 32 times, 32 shots at the goal of Man United, and only 9 out of 32 really were on target, and only like 1 or 2 were really deadly, because Virgil van Dijk forced Andre Onana to make that flying save over the bar. Then the brilliant Mohamed Salah curling effort. You know, he dived well, that is Onana, and really punched it into play. So that's exactly what those two really did, and I think they deserve all what they got. I might sound insane, but let me tell you, by the time we reach March, you are going to see United in a different shift altogether. If you have Casemiro back, of which is training, Eriksen, I've seen some good news that Eriksen is also back, Lisandro Martinez back, Anton Martial back, Amad Diallo back. Tell me who is gonna stop us? All what have to do is, when you go away to play at Manchester City, we have to play at Manchester City, we have to play away at I think we already played away at Newcastle, away at Arsenal, away at Chelsea, meaning that we are going to host all those teams away at Liverpool. So that means in the second leg we are having Liverpool at Old Trafford, Arsenal at Old Trafford, Newcastle at Old Trafford, Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. You know, 4 teams. If we can beat them at Old Trafford, go to Aston Villa and maybe force a result like a draw there. At Man City, if at all we play like that, we can obviously haunt them if at all our players are really back. Trust me, we are going to be into a conversation that people don't think we are going to be in. And you guys will tell me later, you know, next year. Because a lot is really happening at the club of Manchester United, and huge changes are really coming. So it's all about keeping these players fit. The more we keep them fit, the more we are going to see them really perform at high levels. But all those players really put in a very good shift. And for Rafael Varane and his leadership skills, obviously you get to know why he's really a very good player at the club of Manchester United, and is really needed. And thank God that we were into a situation at Anfield where we had to play him. You get? If we went to Anfield with Harry Maguire, maybe, and John Evans, trust me, we would have gone ahead to lack leadership like this guy gave us. And Evans is also an experienced player. He has gone ahead to play Liverpool very many times. Even when he was at Manchester United, he knows exactly what this fixture means, and they went ahead to obviously give us the best treat at Anfield. Then Scott McTominay, he said we knew it was going to be tough. Yesterday coming there, we had to stay calm and stick together, and we've had moments in the game where we've had chances. Yeah, we had close to 2 or 3 chances that would have gone ahead to see us exonerate ourselves. And trust me, we had the best chances of the game. Then he was asked about Ten Hag giving him the captaincy. He said, it's the biggest honor of my career captaining this football club. I've been a young boy and come through the system and came through the system here. And it's one of the biggest honors of my career. I'm thankful to be in this position, and I want it more. So, one of the things that Ten Hag loves about Scott McTominay is his energy and endurance on the field of play. He gives it all. And if at all these players of Man United continue to give it all, each and every time you are playing, then we are going to really be one of those sides that are really unstoppable. But the moment we continue to really be inconsistent, like put our bodies on the line against Bayern Munich and Chelsea, then against Bournemouth, the weaker side, with down tools, it won't happen. Perform like this against Liverpool when we go away at West Ham over the weekend and we don't really put in a shift that is really well required, then a lot will come or won't come into play. So thank you very much for watching through. And for Scott McTominay, I think with the coming in of Kobbie, Mainoo and Hannibal, Scott McTominay might be sold in the summer. I'm telling you this because it's all about Kobbie, Mainoo getting into the right shape. That is it. And when he gets in the right shape, alongside Hannibal, Danny Go, he won't be having space, because these players are really having all the attributes that Ten Hag loves about him, and they have quality. But for him, he doesn't have quality onto him. And for not giving Rafael Varane the captaincy armband, because we know the ranking of United captains, Bruno Fernandes, Rafael Varane and Casemiro, are not giving it to Rafael Varane, it shows you that maybe Rafael Varane and Erik Ten Hag had something serious that really went ahead to see to it that Erik Ten Hag went ahead to obviously keep him off the field of play. But my strength is all about seeing this team together. And my manager Erik Ten Hag is safe. No one is obviously going to talk about him being sacked. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. Tell me thoughts about Kobbie, Mainoo acknowledged by Eric Ten Hag. And what do you make about Ten Hag's comments on Varane and Evans and Scott McTominay? Captaincy, all captaining United at the Anfield, and we went ahead to obviously get a point. And for very many years, we hadn't gotten one. I sign out for now. See you later. May the living to God bless you abundantly. I'm out. See you later, my mate.